Hey everybody, this is your MonsterCub here. I know I haven't done a video to talk to you guys directly in a while, so I figured I would take some time out this afternoon and also thank everyone for all the birthday love and those of you that came and those of you that were there with me at Texas State Brazil or Ramrod when I won the Best Ass contest. Thank you. It was a fun night. It was epic. I actually got like gifts and like over 300 something notifications online. So thank you everyone for all of that. Also another matter of business, I will be at TBRU this year. That's Texas Bear Roundup 2015 in Dallas, Texas. That's March 12th through the 16th. MonsterCub.com will be a sponsor. I'm hosting a cocktail party on Thursday of that event, and I have some surprises for you guys. Also, I thought I would just turn this moment over to do a little quick question and answer. You guys have been writing me on Tumblr and also emailing me through the website on some questions, and I figured I'd pick probably 3 or 4 good ones, and I'd like to elaborate on that for you guys on video, so it'd be a little more personal. So here we go. What's the first question?
My first question for you is whether a client or a model contacts you to work with you, have you ever had to turn them down because they're not attractive enough, or do you just use some kind of Cialis, Viagra, Levitra, whatever ED pill there is to still continue performing, or do you go according to your taste? Or do you maybe get someone to perform with them in a video instead of you with them?
Okay, that's a lot of questions in one, but I'll try and answer it the best I can. If I have a scene partner, or if I have a model who's going to come to me and wants to work with me, I am liable to screen them out. Let's face it, I can pick and choose who I want. And I like to feel like I have to have chemistry with whoever I'm working with in order for it to be a good scene. And if I'm not genuinely attracted to that person, then how can I put on a good scene? Now, to answer the second part of that with clients, a job is a job is a job is a job. And if I have to close my eyes and think of Chris Evans while I'm fucking somebody, then I will. And as far as erectile dysfunction and Viagra, Cialis, things like that, I've taken it, other porn stars have taken it. Some people even go as far as to inject that kind of drug right into their dick, which is really dangerous. And people cannot get hard on for a number of reasons. It's not just because they're old or because there's something wrong with them. It could be a number of complications, or just the fact that you're stressed out could cause you not to have an erection. Plenty of hot guys I've been with, and that may have been the case if there was something on my mind that really fucked with me and I couldn't deal with it. And also, yeah, I do like to pair people up that want to work together. I may not want to work with someone in particular, but that doesn't mean that someone else doesn't want to. So I think that answered all of that.
Yeah, I apologize for that.
No. So what's the next question?
The next one would be, I guess this is like more with your clients and with models.
Okay.
Have you ever had any, I don't want to say awkward or weird because I think that's insulting. It could be something you've never done before on film. I mean, not in film. Something you've never done with a client before that you would never think you'd do before, whether it may seem uncomfortable or unusual or maybe funny, I don't know. But then maybe it turns out that you're into it, or you could see yourself doing it again.
Well, I could write a whole book on weird stuff that I've had to do.
What are some that you can remember that you would never forget?
Well, I am writing these down for my erotic story section, but I will give you the first real weird situation I had to do. There was a guy who contacted me, and at the time I'm very paranoid of dealing with law enforcement or being entrapped or something like that. And he contacted me and he said, I want something intense, something BDSM. I want to really let loose and just have you humiliate me. And do you know what fear play is, or fear, all that is? And I'm like, no. So this guy essentially wanted me to come to his hotel, and he had a key for me at the concierge, and I went to the room, and the idea was to enter the room without him knowing while he's in there, subdue him somehow, and then I wouldn't say torture him, but definitely a sadomasochistic type of situation was going to happen. And the whole setup was that he was my cunty boss who fired me before the holidays, and I was there to collect my bonus or something, or take it out on him or whatever. So the guy had given me money ahead of time, a deposit, so I didn't think he was a cop or anything, and he was staying in a nice hotel. So, and this is very specific, so it was whatever. So I went, and I entered the room, and I did the thing, and I put him in these restraints, and I used maximum impact to knock him out. I don't know if that knocks out other people. To me, it's like poppers, I don't know. And there was all kinds of toys that he had laid out for me. I used a blow dryer on his balls. I used a pen and drill over his body. I dumped ice down his pants and tied it up, so he had to deal with that. Smacked him around, called him names, took demeaning pictures of him. He asked me to bring a dull knife and drag it all over his body. So instead of doing that, I just kind of used like a little butter knife that didn't really have a serrated edge on it at all. And I wasn't trying to hurt him or anything. I didn't cut him or anything like that. It was just, that's what he was into. And at one point, he asked me to choke him out. And I've choked some people before, but it was, not to the intent of making them actually pass out. So I had to be very careful because I didn't want to kill a complete stranger, in this situation. And after about 2 hours, he was thrilled, and he gave me another $200 to hang out with him for another hour until he calmed down, and then left and went home. And you may be asking yourself, is this guy some sort of a sicko? And I think everyone just has their niche and their fetish, and he told me that he has a partner, and the guy is very fulfilling in all other ways, but sexually he's just very boring and won't do this kind of shit with him. So when he goes out of town, he hires an escort who's willing to carry out this scenario for him. I haven't heard from him since, but it was definitely an experience that I remember. Next question.
Sounds like you had a night with Mr. Gray.
I don't know. Maybe we'll do 50 Shades of Fur someday. Woof.
That's awesome. Let's see. Another question would be, when you're either filming or you're working with clients, have you ever had like a funny moment, like a funny incident?
We have tons of bloopers. We have tons of bloopers. People fart. People slip. I myself, I was trying to pee on this guy one time, and I strained so hard I farted, and it was really loud and embarrassing. But we waited a few minutes, and we started back up. You remember that?
Yeah.
And then there was a time where I had a dildo working in somebody's butt, and it was so lubed up that it slipped out of my hand and like bounced off the bed, and I was just like, ah. And there's been times where we fuck outside, and like You get dirt all over your legs, all over your back. You know, it's a messy affair when you fuck outdoors. And, you know, having lookouts and stuff, like when we filmed Hunter Be Hunted, you know, we'd have to be looking around. You know, you're getting a blowjob and you're looking around, and you know, if you see some stranger you don't know, you want to pull up your pants right away, and so it can get a little crazy, you know, and so those are some of the moments, and I'm gonna start putting more I don't want to make like a blooper reel because I don't want you guys to totally lose the fantasy, but it's not perfect.
No, it's hilarious though. No, it is hilarious.
Broke the bed one time.
Breaking the bed. I broke a bed twice, and the one time I was in the scene, the other time I was shooting the scene, we broke this bed. It was moldy wood, and it was outside, and you know, shit happens, you know, and the whole Christmas scene was filled with Easter eggs.
Do you make them sign some kind of like disclaimer that if something breaks, they can't sue you for it?
Well, you know, nothing. It's never really gotten that far. But usually, the people that have something that broke, they're being compensated anyway. And in this case, for them, it was just buying a piece of lumber and nailing it back into place. It wasn't like they broke something major of theirs. And when we had 3 guys in the bed for I Saw Daddy Kiss the Santa Claus, we were worried that we were going to break the bed because we were doing like a triple penetration, and all that meat in one spot, you know, we were going to pop out one of the fucking supports in the bed, and we didn't. So anyway, that was a few frequently asked questions for you guys. We're getting ready to do a shoot here today. Gonna take some pictures for TBRU, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon. Love you, MonsterCub, out.